Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Syracuse Orange taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. Fast motion from the offense. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Washington State lines up quickly.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this second.
Direct snap. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. Hit as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise, might as well leave the offense out there on 4th down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They get the completion, and that's one thing, Jesse. If you're going to get this guy on the ground, you better come in to make the tackle like you mean it.
Man, that was a heat-seeking missile coming in there. He knew he had a lot of work ahead of him with that big fella making the catch. Nice tackle.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? To the ground to try to move the chains. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Syracuse right back at it.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. This is a designed run. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And those 4th and 3, 4th and 4 situations are really tough. Is it a passing situation? Is it a running situation? Like, I really got to see my keys, go get it. Defense was just a step slow. They give up the 4th down run.
They'll try the run. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And right down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after.
And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense in a bunch formation. Running back searching for a hole. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
Syracuse 10, Washington State 0.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. They believe they can run right here. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Cougars are in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Snap it to the back.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. On the move at the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cougars. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Have the ball back and ready to go to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Guys practice this all week long, right? Just feeling the pressure, seeing color. When it flashes in front of your face, you're out. You're out now. You're trying to keep two hands on the football, have good ball security while keeping your focus downfield. And if nothing's there, you just got to go and try to get as much as you can with your legs. Really good job there by the QB.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
Well, I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough. Down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Quarterback will keep it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Orange.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Cincinnati is on top. They've played awfully well today, and though that's not Desmond Ridder out there, this group is fighting. They're up by a field goal over Appalachian State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Well, it's a nice run there to keep the drive going, get the first down. I'll tell you guys, I'm impressed so far by this offense and their ability to run it early.
Now on first down from the 30. He's looking to throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Quarterback checking the play. On second down, just keeps firing. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's Diaz. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water. And
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. Just it makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking downfield to throw. He lets it fly. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cuse. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? They're going to open this drive with a pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Second down coming up.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
With the score, Syracuse 24, Washington State 7.
Washington State has it teed up, and we're ready to go here in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Moss. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's going to pass on second down. He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. On the run, fires downfield. He's open on the right. Touchdown, Washington State. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I think sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They're up by 11 over Marshall. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Coming after him. Firing deep. Snags it on the right. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, they wanted this guy catching the ball on the right side of the field. They could have just lined him up over there, but they didn't that time. He started off on the left side. He crossed the defense and made the catch on the right side of the field.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Up-tempo for the offense. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Smashes through. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Syracuse right back at it. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Syracuse! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Washington State, 14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll go with a direct snap. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. The Cougars moving quickly to the line.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback checking off. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. And the penalty will be accepted. The offense says, thank you very much. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Movement on the offensive line, that's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a